race. Bob's going to call the race and admin with you, and James is going to admin as well. All right, buddy? All right, brother. You going to make a new one? Oh, it says it's going live in 20 seconds. I'm going to admin as well. Oh, okay.
Welcome, race fans. Tonight we're having all kinds of issues here on YouTube. So again, thank you for being patient with us here. I started a broadcast. It was going to be up on the iRacing portal, and for some reason, don't know why, I've still left it running in case it does start, but it doesn't look like it's going to. So I created a whole new one, and we are here live. So again, thanks for joining us here. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the patience. They're under qualifying right now, as we missed a practice, but they are qualifying right now, underway, and don't look like we're going to have a whole big bunch of them here qualifying. I've been hearing some reports of the car running really good for about 5 or 6 laps, and the tires falling off rather quickly here. The Milwaukee Mile, definitely one that is going to eat up tires, no doubt. If it's your first time here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, folks, and like the video. You know, we always get all these likes or people watching, but nobody ever likes the video. I don't understand that. If you don't like it, okay, but, you know, if you like it, hey, click that like button. It just takes a second. It's a little thumbs up. Well, we're back here, and times are rolling in here. Looks like we've got quite a few guys that have taken times. Robert, are you there?
Yeah, Rudy, we're here. Glad to be joining you in the booth tonight here, right outside of Milwaukee in West Allison, Wisconsin. This track's pretty hot, Rudy. It's 106 degrees, partly cloudy skies, air temperature 74. Should see a good race tonight.
Going to be a little slick out there. Did you even try to make a lap out there? Because I've been hearing a lot of different reports.
No, I didn't make no lap here, but I've seen cars. A few try to get on the gas. They'll have to watch that on the restart. And a lot of them's spinning the tires on restarts. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see 150 laps here tonight. And we're just about done with qualifying.
Well, we may not get the viewers if everybody does tune in over here, but I guess it ain't going to make it to the portal tonight because it's YouTube issues, if you can imagine that.
Yeah, I switched over to our channel on YouTube, and you got two different streams up, so I was kind of curious about that.
Yeah, well, I was hoping the other one would start, but it ain't gonna start, so I'm just gonna stop it. It's not doing anything. It's just been sitting there ever since I started it. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
Our YouTube gremlin is with us tonight.
That's exactly right. I don't know what to do about it, so I just went ahead and stopped it. That was the link I gave him to put up on the
on the portal.
Yeah, and it's just not working, so. And I don't know what happened to my other one. I don't know what the heck's going on here. It's all messed up. It's like really messed up. It's never ending.
Yeah, gotta love it, buddy.
I had another event up there and now it's gone. So I don't know. It's messed up. I can't.
Yeah, I tried connecting on the other one, and I sat in there for a minute, and I was like, wow. So it popped up on another screen that the race was live on another screen, and I popped it in.
I don't. Okay, it's still there. You just got to change it. Okay, all right. Yeah, well, I've changed it, so it's different now. It's a whole nother stream. Well, looks like that's going to do it for qualifying. Not a big field, but nonetheless a pretty good size one here. So head over to the grid and get everybody accounted for. Hey, starting on the pole, Tony Helleman and Ray Kingsbury second place. Matt Kingsbury starting third, Blake Reynolds fourth, Joe Hassert fifth, Wally Turheimer sixth, Scott Brinson seventh, Paul Crumry eighth, James Lehman ninth, Eric Steinmetz in 10th, Paul Cohen 11th, Dean Viney comes in 12th, Scott Sanderson 13th, Travis Browder 14th, Tyler Stanley 15th, Mark Robertson 16th, and you're helping me in the booth. Craig Hawkins will start 19th, and I don't know who that is starting 20th or 21st. Kerry Cleaver starting 21st, and Chris Voyle starting 22nd. Must be some guys come in right at the last minute, and that's probably going to mess up everything.
Yep.
Well, Don't have any control over that.
There's no, oh, James Lehman is showing now. Okay. Because I knew he was going to race.
Gotta turn you up or something. Your volume is like, you're turned up all the way. Wow. It's like you keep.
Let me see if I can get it turned up on my end. It's probably on my end.
Yeah.
So let me see here.
It keeps cutting out like. Well, this should be interesting here. Milwaukee Mile tonight.
Is that any better, Roger?
A little bit.
Yeah, I've been having some issues with this microphone, so hopefully I've got it straightened out now.
All right, well, here we go. On the first lap here, Tony Helleman will, I believe they're going to have 2 pace laps here, but I'm not really sure. Usually short tracks, they do have 2 pace laps.
Wow, I just got kicked out of the room.
What?
Yeah, I lost connection to iRacing.
Oh, man. Well, let's see if the pace car goes in here. You're trying to get back in. I'm not really sure if the pace car is going to head to pit road this time or if it's going to be one more lap. I think it's one more lap. Yeah, one more lap. Nope, there goes. And Tony Helleman. And he's on the gas. And boy, what a jump start he got. Ray Kingsbury dives right in behind him as they get caught up here. Ray Kingsbury, second place. And we have a caution already. Let's go back and see what happened here. Thinking it was Scott Sanderson gets into the wall. Let's see what happened to Scott here. He comes up on the inside of Buzz Cohen here. And he catches that yellow line, and that's all it's going to take, and that's going to spin Scott Sanderson around. Actually didn't spin, but he got pretty sideways right in front of traffic, and that's all you need to bring that caution out. Doesn't look like anybody got into him, so that's a good thing. Nobody with any damage, not even him. Great news. Tony Helleman, and he will be the leader of the very first lap, and the second lap, and the third lap. And nobody's coming to pit road.
Wow, it ain't even letting me back in.
What?
Yep, not letting me back in at all.
Oh, man. The heck's that all about?
iRacing is backed up right now.
Huh. That's weird. Well, sorry again about the confusion there, folks, on the broadcast link, but I don't know. That's YouTube. YouTube gremlins. We get them from time to time, don't we, Robert?
Sure do, buddy. It's got me right now where I can't even get back into the race room. It's not letting me in at all, and I can't even go watch because it booted me out right as the race was going.
Hang on, man. Well, it was short, but it was fun. Well, it lasted, Robert.
Well, I need to go and tell Scott that I'm not even admitting right now.
Okay. All right, lights are out. They're doubled back up. We're going back green flag racing this time by, folks. Tony Helleman in charge of this restart here as the pace car gets ready to head for pit road. It heads in and waiting on the green, and Tony Helleman right on the throttle. Looks like a pretty good tussle back there. Matt Kingsbury and Ray Kingsbury side by side. Ray's going to prevail on that outside as they get back under green here. Tony not wasting a second, man. He is all right on it. Matt Kingsbury goes back behind Blake Reynolds. Wally Turheimer looking to the inside here. I don't know. We've got somebody there. Somebody come in at the last second. Scott Brinson. And that, I think that kind of messed up the order a little bit. Joe Hassard. I don't even show him on my relative nowhere. He is completely out. I'm not even in here. He must have rolled in just as it started. So, I don't know, folks. There he is, a 21st spot. That's where he'll finish, 21st. Back up front, Paul Crumrise, 6th. Wally Turheimer goes back to 7th place, now under fire by James Lehman, and Lehman out of shape, into the inside wall. No caution as he took one heck of a lick right there. That's going to put him on pit road. They do have one reset here, and he's going to try to limp it to pit road and get that damage assessed. Possibly use that one reset already here on lap 11, folks. Cohen goes into 9th. Quite a ways back to Travis Browder. Scott Sanderson. Long ways back to Scott Sanderson, back here in 11th place. Craig Hawkins in 12th. Chris Voiles moves into 13th as Dean Viney goes back to 14th, and Mark Robertson, new to the league just tonight, running his usual green Canadian car right there. One of our Canadian brothers out there trying to keep up with these guys in the DW12s. Tyler Stanley, 17th. And James Lehman now back off of pit road, and we got a wreck. Trying to figure out who that is. That would be Scott Brinson into the wall. Let's see what happened to Scott here. Oh, just a left turn. That's really weird. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. The car just cut left on him. Let's try a different camera angle here and see if we can figure out what happened. He had the wheel cranked, and it's like the car just kept right on going. Like he had no control over it. Now that's really odd. That is really odd. Almost gets into it by a couple other guys, but keeps it off of everybody. Everybody gets by. But that'll be another one to pit road to get that damage looked at. And I'm not too sure, but Scott Brunson may be out of the race. He disconnected. He may have fell out, folks. Robert Riley fell out, but I don't see James Lehman out yet. Or Scott Brunson. Interesting. Interesting that the league owner just leaves. Let me see if I can get him on the phone here and find out what happened. Well, he's back in TeamSpeak, so I'm not really sure what happened. He may have... There he is. He's coming back in the server now. Well, he must have lost connection or something there. That's really odd. That's going to put him way back in the field, many laps down, but he could recuperate from that. Okay, Ray Kingsbury second, Dean Viney third, Blake Reynolds fourth, Matt Kingsbury fifth, Paul Crumry sixth, Wally Turheimer seventh, Travis Browder eighth, Paul Cohen ninth, and Scott Sanderson in 10th.
Hello, Rudy.
Hey, Tyler, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. How about you?
All right, what happened?
My internet can't handle racing right now, so I made a couple laps, and when we determined that I couldn't do it no more, and Bob's internet, or when Bob lost connection, it completely dropped him out of the server, so he couldn't come back. So I figured I'd step out, help out admin, and come help you out.
There you go. That's good. Well, you're cutting in and out a little bit, but other than that, you're all right. Scott Brunson must have had some problems too, because man, I don't know what happened to him. He just left turned right into the wall, you know.
Apparently, based off the chat, Ray, he said his CPU died on him.
Oh no. Got the blue screen of death or something, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's just terrible. Man, I'll tell you, there's been so much of this going on lately, and I just think we're pushing our computers to the extreme right now, and man, I'm telling you, it's tough. You know, just wait till DirectX 11 comes out next month. See what that's going to be like. Oh, that's going to be a whole new animal.
Oh yes, sir. I believe it.
right, well, it looks like, see, I'm Joe Hassert joined at the last second, but he's running in third right now, even though it shows 21st. He's kind of settled into the third place, but I'm going to just go by what my grid says here. Matt Kingsbury third, Tony Hellerman now, after leading the first 17 laps, has went back to the fourth place as Blake Reynolds continues to lead out front. Wally Turheimer coming into fifth. Been a pretty good race so far, just a couple of unexpected cautions, but now that the field's getting somewhat kind of spread out a little bit, Tyler, it looks like it's going to be a little bit better racing.
I certainly hope so. It'll be nice. Green flag runs in, spread these guys out, and see the tire wear and who can save their tires the best come into play, and some pit strategy. And as we say that, a caution comes out.
Yep, go figure, huh? And it looks like Chris Voiles into the fence. Let's see what happened to Chris here. He barely keeps it off of the wall there. Not sure if he's trying to find something maybe on that outside. Oh, he goes down and catches that yellow stripe. That yellow stripe is catching everybody in them turns. They've got to stay off of that rumble strip on the bottom. Unbelievable. And James Lehman gets a piece of him as well when he goes by. So James Lehman's going to get damage again on his car.
Actually, so that would be Mark Robertson. Came along and hit him.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry. They're both green cars. So, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, back up here live. Blake Reynolds continuing to lead, and he is bringing them all to pit road. Four tires and full of fuel. Oh! Blake Reynolds spinning it around right on pit road. That's going to be a penalty, I believe. But that's going to put Ray Kingsbury back out front. He's only led one lap today. Tough break for Blake Reynolds. Boy, I'll tell you, they said that getting off pit road, Tyler, was going to be extremely tough. A lot of spin right off of pit road.
Yep, and this is a very, very difficult pit road. It's got a very weird look to it, and it could be throwing some of these guys for a loop that haven't ran this before.
Actually, Joe Hassert's in the lead, but he must have joined after qualifying was over or something, because it's not... not showing up on my relative that way. But he is the leader. I mean, it's counting his laps led and everything, but it's not showing him up on the relative. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is. Well, we did have some good news there, as I believe Scott Brinson got at least one lap back. So he's only 2 laps down now. So yeah. Maybe if he gets a couple more cautions, he can be right back in the thick of this.
Yeah, poor Robert. He's in chat. He just can't get back in there. He really wanted to help me in the booth tonight, and I feel bad for him, man. I don't get to see him that much anymore, and it was kind of good to have him back in the booth with me, even though it was short-lived. But it's all right, Robert. Hey, we'll do it again, man. It was fun.
Yes, sir. I like Bob. He broadcasts my league, and I think he does a great job. And I think you two worked good together. So it's always nice to hear broadcasts where you don't get to work together.
Yeah, I'm having a little overheating issue myself. I don't know what's going on. Boy, something's really not agreeing tonight. I know there was a Windows update the other day, and I'm not saying that was the problem, but I'm having a little overheating problem tonight. Have to keep an eye on that temperature. All right, Joe Hassard. Oh, blinking. Where did Joe go? He blinked out completely. There, he's back. Pace car about to head to pit road. Joe Hassard in the command. Ray Kingsbury on the outside, and we have green. Ray Kingsbury right there second. His brother Matt falling right in behind him. Now Ray looking to the inside of Joe Hassard for the lead. Not able to do it. Hassard just too strong on that outside. He tries it one more time. Looks like he's going to make it stick this time. And Ray Kingsbury for the lead. Boy, he drove that thing in there hard, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Matt Kingsbury trying now. Oh, Blake Reynolds inside. And he's going to take over that spot from Matt Kingsbury. And now he tries to get a run. He's on a mission here to try to recoup from that mistake he made there coming off pit road. He's still side by side with Matt Kingsbury. Looks like he did complete the pass on him, but Matt coming back. Oh, a little neck coating, and that's going to bring out a caution. Neck coating on that one. I seen it. That was unbelievable right there.
Yeah, big time.
I mean, they weren't even close, you know?
Oh, no, absolutely not. That was a good 2 foot between them. And then, sadly, at the end of that, when we get back into that, Matt spun at the exit of the corner and got hit by Wally Terheimer. So now Wally probably has a little bit of damage.
Okay, coming up right here is about where it happened. I mean, you can see they were a good 2 feet apart, but man, unbelievable, this neck coating. I don't know what's going on with some of this stuff, but it's got to be making it very frustrating for these guys and difficult to race. Yeah, unbelievable.
Rudy, the iRacing is really messed up right now. It's you can leave and can't get back in. Now it says it'll be back up shortly. You might lose iRacing.
Oh, man. Just all kinds of issues tonight.
And for the record, you were live for 19 minutes and 20 seconds on the portal.
Well, it didn't show. Wow. Oh, well. Yeah, all kinds of issues tonight. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Weird night.
I'm starting to think that iRacing just bit off just a touch more than they could chew with this last build that they put out. And it's coming back to bite us just a touch.
Well, it puts Tony Helleman back into third spot. Travis Browder fourth. Kerry Cleaver up to fifth. Dean Viney sixth. Wally Terheimer seventh. Scott Sanderson eighth. Paul Crumry ninth. And Mark Robertson into the top 10. Oh, we got somebody heading in. Like Scott Brinson coming back in. And Scott had issues too. He got the blue screen of death on his computer there, Robert. Oh, he's not there now? Oh.
Well, we did have Craig Hawkins got back on the lead lap after being penalized there and given a pass-through penalty. He's back on the lead lap now. Could be right back into it just as well.
Craig Hawkins back in 13th. He'll be starting right behind Blake Reynolds. These guys did pit. Blake comes in and gets fresh tires. It's probably not a bad call. Ray and these guys did stay out on this caution. Take a look at the summary here real quick before we go back green. This is caution number 4, folks. All right, Ray Kingsbury and Joe Hassert ready for the green flag here, and Ray's right where he wants to be in command of this start. Hassert been extremely strong, but he's only led 4 laps. Pace car heads for pit road. And Ray right on the throttle. Hassert a little bit of a slow start, but he will take up the second spot, and Tony Helleman right behind him. Tony looking to the inside, not able to complete the pass just yet. Drives it hard into the turn. Looking to come out on top of that battle, but man, they're still side by side. And they just cannot get by Hassert. No way. Hassert just strong up on the high side. And it looks like he finally does it. Tony Helleman goes into second. Hassert back to third. Browder looking at a 4th place here. One we really never thought would be up this far, but he is doing quite well in these Indy cars. Kerry Cleaver, Scott Sanderson in a battle here for 4th and 5th. Sanderson looking to the inside of Cleaver, does take that position from Kerry and made it look easy.
It sounded like Kerry kind of gave him that position there.
Blake Reynolds. Go ahead.
I was about to say the same thing you were. We got Blake Reynolds coming up through the field like a Superman here, making passes left and right.
He gets by Kerry easily. And he goes into the 5th position. Nothing changed up in the front. Kerry Cleaver 6th place. Dean Viney 7th. And he's got Wally Turheimer trying to get by Dean Viney. Craig Hawkins into the mix there. Looks like Wally may have it. Yeah, he does take over that position from Dean, but here comes Craig Hawkins now to the inside of Dean Viney. Taking a look. Paul Crumry right there. He's been running really well in the Mountain Dew car. Oh, and we got a spin. Dean Viney spinning it around, and a couple other ones spinning it around. Let's take a look here and see what happened to Dean Viney. Caution on the track. Not sure if that was self-inflicted or if he had a little help with that. Oh, on that yellow stripe, and that's going to do it for Dean Viney. Got to stay off of that that rumble strip. Man, that eats him up.
Yeah, and he was all the way on the inside of the rumble strip, too. So he wasn't even on it. He had passed it.
And then right beside him was the number 28, Chris Voiles, also spun it around, too. Tough break for both of them guys. Back up front, leader coming to pit road. Leader and everybody behind him. Ray Kingsbury will get off first, but Wally Turheimer and Paul Crumry stay out, so Wally will be the leader. He'll need to go around this time and lead this lap to get credit for one lap. We can get that bonus point for leading the lap. And Wally does get the lead a lap, so he'll get that bonus point. Ray Kingsbury will be restarting in second. Tony Helleman in, well, I take that back. I believe we've got Joe Hassert in there, so he will be starting third. Tony Helleman in, I'm going to just tell him he's third. Travis Browder fourth. Blake Reynolds fifth. Scott Sanderson sixth. Kerry Cleaver seventh. Eric Steinmetz eighth. Well, this is changing because a couple of them guys did come down pit road. Wally did come down pit road, so that's going to change it up again. Dean Viney will restart seventh. Mark Robertson eighth. Paul Crumray ninth, and Craig Hawkins. That will be the top 10, with Matt Kingsbury back on the lead lap in 11th. Well, we're creeping up on a third of the way through the race. Lots of racing to go, folks. All right. Pace car in. Ray Kingsbury going through the gears, and we have a green flag here at Milwaukee Mile, folks. Hassard in second. Got them new tires, and boy, that really makes a difference, Tyler.
Oh yeah, big time, especially on a track like this. I'm pretty sure that this is one of those tracks that tears up the tires pretty quickly, so it's nice to get on 4 fresh ones.
It's funny how I see some guys barely catch that yellow strip and it upsets that car, and then I see other guys that drive clear across it and it doesn't matter. The car still stays straight, so kind of weird. I'm just watching Blake Reynolds. He just goes right across that yellow strip right on the corner.
I think I've noticed that Blake is really. It seems like to him that the car is really tight. He might just be using the rumble strip to loosen the car up to exit the corner quicker.
Oh, that could be, yeah. He didn't do it that time, but he has the last couple of times. Scott Brinson now coming off pit road, getting back up to speed.
Caution's out.
Oop. Looks like Mark Robertson going around. See what happened to Mark.
Looks like him and Paul Cohen got together on the backstretch, and Paul couldn't get it going back straight in time.
Oh, yep. And nowhere.
It might have been net code.
Nowhere for Mark to go. Just got into the back of him. And it looks like he may have some damage on that car as well. So, and it looks like maybe going into the turn, it just something broke. Looks like maybe something might have broke on the car because it just kicked around on him. So,
I agree.
That's what it looked like to be from my perspective, anyhow. I doubt the leaders are going to come to pit road again. They were just on pit road. But we might see a few takers, especially those guys at the back. Take a look at the summary here. Is caution number 6, folks. Well, lots of issues tonight. Everybody's been having issues iRacing. A couple guys getting the blue screen on their computer. We got guys that have dropped out of the race, can't get back in. So just a lot of little issues. I've had trouble with YouTube. So, man, what an eventful night this has turned out to be.
Oh, yes, sir.
Almost kind of makes you feel like let's have a do-over, you know.
Yeah, let's scrap it, go to next week, and do it over again.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it would be a good race, and we have had that one nice green flag run there. It would be a great race. Just guys have just got to be very careful not to catch that yellow stripe on the corners, and that's what we've seen mainly. The guys have been doing, and that's really upsetting that car and making it to where you can't. It just really kicks that car all out of shape.
Yep, and we see a lot of guys going 3 wide in some places. We got a little bit under 100 laps to go, and so it might not be a bad thing to kind of back it down and let these guys go out and burn their tires up and go catch them later in the run.
Yeah, that's kind of your method. You do that a lot. You let them guys get out there and race it up and burn up their equipment, and then you reel them in and pass them up. When it comes down to the end of the race, there's Tyler Stanley looking for the lead.
Yes, sir. It's, just let these guys that, feel like they're Superman or whatever, they get out there and they burn their stuff up and race everybody hard. And then all of a sudden, 10, 20 laps before pit stops, you're blowing by them like you got four freshens.
Yep. All right.
And then you've got a lead.
Lights are out. We're going back green. Joe Hassert starting on the outside of Ray Kingsbury again. Okay, Tyler, here we go, buddy. Pace car heads for pit road, and Ray Kingsbury doesn't even waste 1 second, man. He's right on that loud pedal. Blake Reynolds already getting a jump on Tony Hellerman and Matt Kingsbury, too. So both of them get by Tony. Tony goes back to 5th place, actually.
And we got a caution. Big wreck out. Big wreck.
Oh my, yes. Mark Robertson involved in that one again. Let's go back and take a look. This was right after the restart. But he gets loose right up ahead here. I think that was Scott Brinson got loose. Oh, okay, let's see here. That was Scott that got loose, but that's not what brought the caution out. It was up ahead of him.
Scott Sanderson and Dean Viney.
Yeah, those two get together. Looks like Scott Sanderson just ran right up the rear of Dean Viney. Spins Dean around. And that brings out the caution.
And collects a whole bunch of other people in it as well.
Leader staying out. Joe Hassert staying out, Tony Hellemanen, Travis Browder, Eric Steinmetz. We just got a few takers, Matt Kingsbury, Blake Reynolds on pit road, Wally Turheimer, Kerry Cleaver. Well, it's turning out to be a night of the cautions here, for sure. And we were kind of afraid of that. This is caution number 7. Well, we haven't talked to anybody yet, and it's kind of hard to, but I'm going to see if I can get a word in with, how about we get a word in with Eric Steinmetz. Eric Steinmetz, you got a copy?
Hey, Rudy, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good, brother. Well, 5th place back there. How's the car been running for you?
Well, to be quite honest, it's a boat right now. In my second yellow, when Scott spun around, he barely nicked my side. And because of the nature of his track, where if you get worn tires, you're going to probably get loose, I haven't used my fast repair yet, because I want to save that in case I spin out later in the race. So I'm riding around with a car that's down on speed.
Well, you're doing all right. You're keeping it up there. That's the main thing. You know, it doesn't have to be the fastest car on the track, as long as you're up there with them leaders. So you're doing good. We've seen a lot of guys are catching that yellow stripe, that rumble strip on the corners, and it really upsetting that car. Have you seen any of that?
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Really, you have to stay off that stripe, and if you hit it, you really have to lift off a lot, because your car is just going to come around on you if you hit that stripe and you keep on it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Eric, good luck out there, and maybe we'll talk to you later, hopefully in Victory Lane, huh?
I certainly hope so. It'd be nice.
All right. All right. Back up front, Ray Kingsbury. Leading 30 laps as the lights are out. We're going back green this time. All right, pace car's in. And Ray Kingsbury off again. Tony Hellemanen to the inside of Joe Hassert. That would be a pass for second. Hassert says, no way, you're not getting past this Arctic Cat. Browder looking to capture some kind of a win here tonight. He's been on a roll lately. In a bunch of other races, he's kept his car pretty clean tonight. 4th place for him. You can hear him just feathering that throttle. What you got to do. You can hear that back end skipping just a little bit now and then. Blake Reynolds coming up right behind him. Matt Kingsbury back into the top 6 here. Cars are starting to get spread around the track a little bit. Looks like Mark Robertson is out of the race. We've got a few of them sitting on pit road here. Dean Viney on pit road and Paul Cohen on pit road. Wally Turheimer, 10th. And it didn't take long for Eric Steinmetz to go back. He's back in 9th place right now. Like he said, his car's not really that fast. But he's saving that reset. Smart thing to do.
Absolutely. That's a very bright thing, you know. Take the little bit of time lost now and maybe a caution later in the race, and you can throw that reset on and go for gold.
Well, you know, a little bit slower on the track's not a bad thing at a track like this here where, we have another caution. See who goes around. It looks like Craig Hawkins goes around. Catching that yellow stripe is what happened, is what I can see here.
Almost looks like he got loose before he even got to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it just looks like he got loose in the center of the corner, and then he went down the yellow line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep. Well, good thing he didn't get into anybody, so.
And he does have some damage on the right side of his, looks like on the right pod or whatever that is area on the right side. So he could be, or left rather, he could be having a couple downforce issues with the car and could be causing it.
Could be. Well, the leader brings them all to pit road. Thanks for joining us here tonight, folks. Top Fuel Racing Indy Series at Milwaukee Mile. Blake Reynolds looks like he is staying out this time. All for track position. Him and a couple other guys, Scott Sanderson staying out, Eric Steinmetz and Wally Turheimer.
It's gonna be fun to watch these fresh tires versus Blake's older tires. See how he does.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how he's going to do here too, because he's not the only one out there with older tires now. Sanderson, Steinmetz, Turheimer are all out there on older ones, but from there back, Ray Kingsbury, Tony Helleman, Matt Kingsbury, Joe Hassert, all these guys back here with newer tires, especially Joe Hassert. He's just come off of pit road first one beating Ray Kingsbury off pit road. In the Arctic Cat machine, let's see how the digs do on that Arctic Cat.
And then, it's going between the old tires and them having to work their way through these four guys in front of them. It'll be a nice. We'll see the difference in tires here. It'll really show with a heat cycle on the tires, a little bit of wear. See how these things restart.
And the lights are out on the pace car. Sanderson will be starting on the outside here tonight of Blake Reynolds as they restart on lap 71, almost at the halfway mark here through the race.
Oh yeah, and they just brought some up in the chat. Is that Eric is up there and he still has damage on his car as well? So,
Eric Steinmetz?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he told us about that. Remember?
Yep, I didn't think about it until he just said it.
Yep. All right, here we go. Pace car's in, and green. Very good. Very good. Good job by these guys. Blake Reynolds already pulling away from Scott Sanderson. Out there in that clean air, Tyler.
Clean air will work wonders in these cars. It's all this dirty air makes you really tight, and the car really wants to push when you're in the draft. When you're out there out front, you can really dig.
Ray Kingsbury gets around Joe Hassert, goes into third. Hassert back to fourth. And Ray Kingsbury has led 37 laps today, wants to get back up to the front, but Blake Reynolds out there already 1.7 seconds ahead of him in that clean air, and man, he is really getting after it right now. It's going to be long here. Sanderson's going to be under fire from Ray Kingsbury. Kingsbury closing in on him pretty rapid here. About 3/4, about 6, I don't know, I guess he ain't really closing on him. Sanderson's actually holding his ground right now. He's about to stay in 3/4 of a second ahead of Ray Kingsbury.
Yes, sir. And Blake out there on those older tires is running almost 2 to 3 tenths faster than the rest of these guys on fresh tires.
Yeah, ain't that something? And that's how much that clean air does for you. Now, what's going to happen when he catches up to the rear of the field and he gets in that dirty air? That's going to really slow his progress down. He's got a 1.8 second lead right now and hitting his mark perfectly here. He's got to make sure he does not catch that yellow rumble strip, because, boy, that'll just ruin everything with a 2-second lead right now.
Absolutely, and it's too early to be kind of throwing it away now. So just, especially when you have a lead like that, get out there and run your line, hit your marks, and keep digging until you need to do some of these kind of more drastic moves to get your line to work.
Hellerman back here behind Matt Kingsbury. Was up there and led 17 laps earlier. Now he's in dirty air, can't get back to the front. Travis Browder running in 6th. Wally Turheimer 7th as he gets around Paul Crumry. Now Paul takes a peek there like he was going to try to pass him back. And Eric Steinmetz in 9th place. Still has not used that reset that we know of. Gary Cleaver in 10th. Scott Brinson, first car lap down in 11th. Could get back on the lead lap if another caution comes out, and could be a factor here before it's all said and done. But even so, after all he went through, Tyler, to be 11th place, 1 lap down in 80 laps of this race, that's not bad. That's still a decent points night, finishing 11th here.
Extremely, and being where he was going to be if he didn't come back into the room and race, especially for a points contender like himself. You know, this is I wouldn't say it's more or less, it's more of a morale boost for your team to say, hey, we got back out here, we ran good even in the face of adversity, and we got back in it. And, you know, this could be the race that if he wins this championship, he says, you know, this is one of those races that I ran that never say die attitude kind of kept me in this.
Dean Viney's saying that as well, because he got back out there. He is about 3 laps down, but still running in 13th, not bad. We've lost a few drivers out here tonight. Paul Cohen, Mark Robertson, and Chris Voiles on pit road, so not too bad, really, if you think about it. Only a couple of drivers we've lost, and Chris Voiles on pit road. That's pretty good.
Oh, absolutely.
And Blake Reynolds now with a 3.3 second lead over Scott Sanderson. Holy smokes. And we have a caution. So much for that lead. And it looks like Craig Hawkins is going to go around right in front of traffic. Actually, I believe that was right in front of the leader. Oh, boy. He gets it back
Looks
going.
that way.
Yep. Craig Hawkins with that big lead. Boy, he wants to keep that big lead. He just needs a perfect pit stop right now. He cannot afford to make any mistakes on pit road.
One is enough in one race, I'd imagine.
And here they come to pit road. Let's watch and see if we can pick up any mistakes here by Blake. He needs to beat all these guys off pit road so he can maintain that lead in the clean air. And he's the first one down and away, and he's going to hold on to that lead. And Ray Kingsbury will come out second. Sanderson staying out just long enough to lead a lap. Eric Steinmetz, Kerry Cleaver, them three staying out on them old tires. Ooh, I don't know if that was a good call.
I don't know either.
Well, let's see if we can get a word in with Kerry Cleaver. Kerry Cleaver, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
Doing good. Third place, not stopping there for a tire.
I was going to stop, but yeah. I only stopped just a few laps ago, so I'm not too bad a shape, but I probably should have stopped.
Well, you've been dodging all the wrecks out there and keeping the car pretty clean. How's it feel out there in traffic? Because we're seeing that the leaders and stuff are not doing too bad once they get clear of the traffic and staying ahead of them, to stay in that clean air. How's it feel in the dirty air?
It's making it push a little bit. You got to really watch how you enter the corner behind another car.
Well, you think you got a winner here tonight?
Nah, there's a lot of guys out here a lot faster than me, but I think I can compete with them. If I get a top 5 out of it, I'll feel pretty good about it.
All right, well, good luck, Kerry, and if we don't get to talk to you, we'll talk to you tomorrow night, okay?
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
All right. Okay, so Scott Sanderson going to be our leader, Kerry Cleaver second, Blake Reynolds third, Ray Kingsbury fourth, Matt Kingsbury fifth, and I believe Joe Hassert's in there somewhere. Yeah, Joe Hassert will be sixth. Well, let's see if Sanderson can hold these guys off with these a little bit older tires, Tyler.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. And we've got Scott Brinson back on the lead lap. See if he can drive through the field and get back up there.
Very good. And I expect to see him up there too, because he was running really well after he kind of figured out the you got to lift a little bit more in the corners than he anticipated, I believe. But here we go. Ace car in. Anderson held him back there for just a minute. Wanted to make sure he wasn't going to smoke them tires on that restart. And look at Blake Reynolds now. He's got them new tires. He's going to go out here and try to eat them guys for lunch. He wants that lead again. I'll tell you what, Sanderson's doing a good job of holding them off on them a little bit older tires. He's out there in that clean air, and that's what's going to make a big difference.
Yep.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, that was close. Blake Reynolds almost got into that outside wall. He's just pushing it that hard in that dirty air. He kind of got used to that clean air out there, and boy, it really made a difference. Ray Kingsbury, Joe Hassert, side by side. Hassert finding something up on that high side. He's really getting hooked up well, and he's going to go by Ray Kingsbury on the bottom, or on the outside, excuse me. And here comes Matt Kingsbury to go by Ray on the inside.
Three wide.
Three wide. Tony Hellemanen. Look at this at Milwaukee Mile. Somebody had to give, and it looked like Matt was going to be the one. Helleman now to the inside of Ray Kingsbury again. And he's going to take that position from Ray. Now Matt's not giving up on Ray here. He is really, boy, he is pounding the pavement right now. Ray took a really wide swing on that last turn. And he got the run there. Brothers battling it here, back here for 4th and 5th. It looks like Matt will actually win that battle. Now back up front, Sanderson.
Caution's out.
Ooh. And it looks like Dean Viney goes around. See what happened to Dean here on this. Catching that yellow apron again. That's what did it. He just barely caught the edge of it. Go back here and look at this. And it was actually going into the turn. If I can get down here a little closer. Right on this left front. You can see he comes down here right into the turn. That left tire gets on that yellow rumble strip right there, and you can see the wheel bouncing. And the whole time that wheel's bouncing, it's losing grip. The back starts coming around, and Dean tries to steer into the slide, but car just had too much momentum going at that point. Hard to steer out of it.
Yep. And then what Asherball's caution out was he was trying to get it back going and just tried. He was in too low a gear. He gave it too much gas and spun it in front of the leaders. And luckily he got down to the bottom of the track before the whole main group got to him and caused something major.
All right. Well, let's see. Scott Sanderson stays out yet again. And on them older tires, but I think the car really felt good to him in that clean air. So I'm kind of wondering maybe if that's why he's decided to stay out. Eric Steinmetz coming to pit road. I think Eric's going to wind up using that reset. This would be the opportune time to do it. He's been saving that reset.
Yeah, I agree. You got a little bit over 50 laps to go. You keep your nose clean from here. Going to be downright genius to do it.
I still don't think he used it because I still see a little rear wing damage. Oh, I'm thinking he still did not use that reset. Oh, interesting. Saving it. Well, let's see if we can maybe get a word in with Scott Sanderson. Let's see if I can find him. There he is. Scott Sanderson, you got a copy?
Yeah, how you doing, Rudy?
Doing good. Well, you stayed out there on them little bit older tires. You got away from the crowd, and the car out in clean air. Did it feel pretty good out there, even though you had a little bit older tires than Blake?
Yeah, it felt good, and just I'm not out for the win or anything. I just like this track, so I'm just out here turning some laps, not necessarily going for the win or anything. So.
Well, I mean, we were just kind of, thinking about it, that because once Blake got out in that clean air, it really made that car just like a rocket ship, and we were just wondering if it felt that way to you. Does it really feel that good when you're in clean air?
Yeah, it definitely. I was surprised that he wasn't able to catch me. So yeah, this fresh air up front definitely has some type of impact.
All right, Scott. Well, good luck out there if you're just going to ride around and enjoy the show. So good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Sounds good, Rudy. Have fun.
Well, he had somebody in the room with him, but I think they left or something. Brian Pager left. Huh. Okay, so I put him back in the same room he was in. Pace car is going to head for pit road. Sanderson in command of the start again. Pace car's in, and Sanderson holding him back just long enough, and green. He's blinking like crazy.
Oh no, we lost Tony Hellman. He dropped out.
Oh no. Oh man, what an upset. Well, there goes Blake for the lead. Oh man, that was close. He almost got into the wall. Blake Reynolds back in the lead. Sanderson second. Scott Brinson, look at this. Scott was a lap down earlier. And he's back in third place, Tyler.
I know. You know, it's that never give up attitude that he has. You know, he's always used to fighting from behind. So I'd like to see him get up there and get this win tonight, maybe.
Joe Hassert right there with these guys as he gets around Ray Kingsbury, goes into fourth. Brinson putting the hammer down and passing up a couple of guys there to go into third. Wants that podium finish. And that's going to wind up to be a good points night here for Scott Brinson if he can hold on to it. 2/3 of the way through the race, 50 laps to go. Coming up here, folks. Travis Browder, 6th. Could wind up to be a good finish for him. Paul Crumry, 7th. Wow, lots of changing, lots of blinking going on out there. Issues all around. Looks like Blake Reynolds out there, no man's land again as he pulls away by 1.6 seconds over Scott Sanderson.
We got these two guys back here leapfrogging each other for third place, and Joe Hassert and Scott Brinson.
Yep, Joe Hassert gets around Scott Brinson. Brinson goes back to fourth. Now he takes a look to the inside. And he completes, no, he doesn't complete the pass, but I think at the line, no, Hassert had it at the line. So we got a spinner. I hear spinning. It looks like Matt Kingsbury. Yep, Matt Kingsbury off the pace and almost, I think he did get into the wall actually. But that brings out another caution. Looks like he got come real close to the wall there. And going into
looks
the
like
turn,
another netcode incident.
Yep, that's what it was. Him and Matt, or him and Ray, excuse me. And I know those two are, they're on the same internet, I believe. They're even in the same household racing each other. And I don't know. Sometimes that might not work out for the best. But Matt going to get into the wall. Hopefully he's got a reset and he can get back up there with these guys because he's been running real well tonight. Blake Reynolds brings him to pit road. Everybody coming to pit road except for Hassert. Joe Hassert going to stay out. And Ray Kingsbury, okay, he's there. All right, we're good. And again, Blake Reynolds off pit road first. That will put him first off pit road, and he will be behind. Let's see, Matt Kingsbury and Joe Hassert. Now, Matt's going to come to pit road. I know he's going to. That car is really jacked up right now. He did get into the outside wall a little bit. He's got to come in and have that car looked at.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, like you said, hopefully he's got a reset. You know, if he can ever get between him and Blake, if they ever have one whole race where they don't make any mistakes, they will dominate the field. They're just both extremely fast every lap.
Well, Matt's not going to come to pit road. Wow. Unbelievable. He's going to drive that hunk of junk. Well, let's see what he can do with it. Things like partially dog tracking around the track. We'll see. Blake Reynolds will be back here right behind him, so he'll be starting on the bottom. No doubt he'll probably get a good run and pass up Matt Kingsbury on the bottom here on this restart. The thing of it is Matt may have used his reset already, and he knows that if he does come to pit road, they're probably going to hold him there for required repairs. So he might be why he's staying out, just for track position, maybe.
Well, as you know, we both know, if you have required repairs, it gives you that meatball black flag.
Yeah, that's true.
Based off what he's saying in the chat, is he feels it's only aero, it's no suspension damage, so he wants to try it.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you got to give it a try, Okay.
It does look like he's crab walking just a bit. The back end stepping out just a little bit more than it should be, so you might have to be careful.
All right, Arctic Cat Machine in command right here, getting ready to go back green. And the pace car heads for pit road, and Joe Hassert right on that throttle. Boy, oh, Matt's going to spin. Did he spin? I believe he did.
Yep.
It looks like he is gone.
And he took Scott Sanderson out as well.
Oh, no, you're kidding me. Let's ride along here with Matt. And I think he smoked the tires on this start. So it must have been a little more than just aero. It must have been some handling issues. He gets into boy, he just cannot get a grip on that thing. And he's going to come right down and take out Scott Sanderson. Oh, man.
That suspension must have been messed up more than he thought it was. And the bad thing is it showed on screen that he disconnected as he hit Scott. So that he disconnected a quarter second earlier, Scott would have been fine and still been racing.
Well, either that or he may have got too many incidents. I think there is an incident limit.
There is. It just says in the chat that Matt Kingsbury client manually disconnected, which pretty much means he hit Alt F4.
Oh, okay.
And he just rejoined, so he just did it a touch too late and ended up taking somebody with him.
Well, another one out of the race. Joe Hassert's still in the lead. Looking to capture a win here tonight. I don't know if we can find somebody here to talk to. Paul Crumry. How about Wally Turheimer? I can find him. Where is Wally? There he is. Wally Turheimer, you got a copy?
I certainly do. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Well, are you running where you want to run, or are you just saving your equipment here to get down to the end? Because we're not seeing the usual Wally out there bidding for the lead tonight.
Well, I am not too comfortable on this track, and I got in a little mix early, and I lost a fast repair somehow, and I didn't think I had it checked, but I lost it anyway, and I got a black flag for pitting, and it was just kind of a cluster at one point. So I just decided to kind of stay in the back a little bit, and now it's time to just move my way back up. So,
well, you think you got a winner there tonight that you're riding in, or are you just going to try to finish in the top 5, or what's the plan?
Well, top 5 would be good for me tonight's track, because like I said, this isn't one of my favorites. It's not that I don't like it. It's just flat, and I'm not really used to driving it. So it's a lot of fun. It's just I'm hoping for a top 5, and if other people make mistakes, I'll just take advantage of their mistakes.
There you go. That's a good attitude to have. All right. Well, good luck out there, Wally. We'll be watching you.
All right, Rudy. Thank you.
Wally Turheimer. Joe Hassert in the lead, gets the 1 to go sign. We'll be going back green next time by. And Blake Reynolds right there, I'm telling you what, does he want a win or what? Tyler, man, I'll tell you, he has been up in that front.
Oh yeah, he's been. Whenever he gets put back in towards the back of the pack, he just marches right up through.
Now let's see if he can get a run here on Joe Hassert here on this start. I look for him to try to get around Joe, but you know, his car's really good in clean air, but when you get in that pack with a lot of cars, it just seems like it's just not as good. It'd get a lot of pushing. So, all right, well, here we go. Back green flag racing, folks, here at Top Fuel Racing. Let's see how this works out. Ace car in. Joe Hassert not wasting a second, and look at Blake Reynolds staying right with him. So does Scott Brinson and Ray Kingsbury. All of them guys right there. Brinson to the inside of Kingsbury to take that spot away. He goes into third. Travis Browder mixing it up here, falling in right in behind Ray Kingsbury, and here comes Wally Turheimer. Breaking the top 5. Or so, as my relative says. And Hassert trying to put some distance on Blake Reynolds. Good luck with that, Joe. I just noticed that Blake isn't quite as fast back there when he's following somebody. Have you noticed that, Tyler?
I have. I think it comes back to that whole aero push thing. You know,
Yeah.
all it takes is that one car being in front of you and the general same line as you, and it messes you all up. Well, especially once you get within that half a second mark, it just becomes unbearably tight.
Or is he pacing himself right now, just kind of waiting for Joe to go out there and burn his tires up and Blake just drive on by, you know, because he is closing the gap just a little. He's staying right there a little bit more than a half a second behind him, but he is closing that gap up a little.
I don't know if he's saving his tire. I mean, he could be. But the way he's entering and exiting the corner so wide and kind of sliding the car out, he might just be digging really, really hard right now to hope he gets out that huge lead so nobody can reel him back in.
That's very possible, yeah. Look at this here right on the tail of Joe, and actually made Joe a little loose right there. Wow, that was extremely uncomfortable looking right there for Joe Hassert. He had to have been like wiggling in his seat on that one. Scott Brinson right behind these guys has closed the gap now on Blake Reynolds, so Blake knows it's either go or get past, because Brinson is coming.
And it looks like Blake is extremely, extremely loose on exit. He's getting really close to the wall, and it's snapping on him just a touch.
And we got a caution. And it looks like Scott Sanderson going around. And right in front of traffic, too. He did get into the wall, but doesn't look like anybody got into him. That's always a good thing. We never like to see multiple cars pile up, you know. We have not seen a big one here tonight. That's a good thing.
Looks like he hit that, he got on the other side of the apron again.
Yes, he did, and boy, it just totally upset that car. That rumble strip has eaten more cars up tonight than anything else. I'm telling you, it's just been the thing you got to try to avoid. And I believe Scott may have taken it behind the wall. Like everybody's coming to pit road. Hassert bringing them all to pit road. What could be their final pit stop here tonight. We've got about, we're going to have about 26 or 27 laps to go when they get the green flag. Oh, Ray Kingsbury happened to back up in his pit stall. That's going to be costly time-wise. Hassert out first. Oh, that cost Ray Kingsbury a lot of spots, but Hassert out first, and that will make him way behind. Let's see. Eric Steinmetz stays out, wanting to lead a lap, and I believe Eric has got his car fixed up. I don't see the dents in it anymore, so he must have used that reset. This could be interesting. This could be a very interesting finish. Now he's out in that clean air, Tyler.
Yep.
75% fuel is all they were using here tonight. Hey James, how you doing? In chat. Good to see everybody in chat tonight. Hopefully enjoy the rest of the show here. 38 to go when they go by the line here, but looks. Did I say 38? I meant 28. Sorry, my math is all messed up tonight. I got to recompute up in the brain here. Well, we've lost a lot of drivers. Scott Sanderson, another one out. Matt Kingsbury out. Tony Hellemanen, Chris Voiles, Mark Robertson, and Paul Cohen, all out of the race. So 11 drivers left in the race right now. Hassert, second place. Blake Reynolds trying to get back to the front. He has been really trying, and he's going to have to do it on new tires. He's got to make that move as soon as he can to get to the inside of Joe Hassert. But what's going to be blocking him right now is Eric Steinmetz. Eric staying out on just a little bit older tires, but he will be out in clean air. Let's see how that works for Eric compared to Blake and Joe Hassert. Them guys have been out clean air and knows what it feels like out there. A world of difference.
And we saw what clean air did for Scott Sanderson when he got out in it. He was able to stay out on a couple of rounds and get pretty decent leads until that last one.
Yes, sir. We're about to find out here. They're going to go green here this time by, folks. You're restarting with 27 to go. And the pace car's in. Eric Steinmetz didn't waste any time. Boy, look at the run, Joe Hassert. He got a pretty good start on that. Didn't even let Blake Reynolds get to him. Now Blake's got to reel him back in to see if he can work that over. Scott Brinson pulls out to go around Blake Reynolds into the turn. Drives it hard. Man, still side by side, but he's got to kind of lift a little there because the car got out of shape. Blake drops it right to the bottom, and boy, did he stick it in there. Oh, and Eric Steinmetz going to get involved in that. Tough break for Eric. He just got that car fixed up and was up there leading. Oh, let's go see what happened here to Eric. It looks like he's struggling to keep it off the wall. Joe Hassert passes him. Blake Reynolds goes around on the bottom, and it looks like Ray Kingsbury drives it in really deep. Comes up the hill and right into the side of Eric Steinmetz. Oh, no. Ray kind of goes through him a little bit, but I'm not sure Ray... Well, I'll tell you what, Ray barely stayed off the back of Scott Brinson on that one.
Yeah, he did. It did look like it's a little bit of net code yet again, and...
Tough break.
It's a hard thing.
Tough break. Now he's got to try to limp that thing to pit road and see if there's anything left of it worth working on.
Yeah, it really sucks for Eric. He probably had really high expectations for having a new race car reset out there, and yeah, it sucks.
Well, let's see, somebody we haven't talked to, Travis Browder. Well, I know Travis he's probably just itching to get in the booth here with us, so we'll see if we can get a word in with him. Travis Browder, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good. How's your car running tonight?
But it's a little tight. No, it's good for the first couple laps, and it just gets tight. I don't have nothing for those guys up there in the top four, man. They're extremely fast. I'm hanging in there in the top 5, 6th place.
Well, that's good, man. The car looks really good out there. You've been keeping it clean. How the heck are you managing that?
Well, staying out of trouble, just get easy, and, it's go time. It's almost over, and we'll see what we got. It's not over yet.
Well, that's right. That is very true. This is a caution number 14, which I think is a little bit higher than what we anticipated. I think I'd called it and said 13, and somebody else said 15. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, we're coming down to it. It looks like you're going to probably get green with about 20 or 21 to go. So, is there any possible way we can see you in victory lane tonight, Travis?
We will see. I do not know yet because those guys are up there extremely fast.
All right. Well, good luck out there tonight, Travis, and we'll be watching you.
Good for it, Rudy. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Travis will love that. He was on the broadcast. He's a good guy. All right, Joe Hassert in command. Blake Reynolds starting on the outside again. Boy, Joe's been extremely fast trying to keep these guys at bay. Maybe if they have another quick caution, maybe we can get a word in with Joe if I can find him. Yeah, he's in TeamSpeak. Okay, we'll try to get a word in with Joe next time if there's another caution. If not, we may be looking at talking to him in victory lane tonight. The Arctic Cat machine has been extremely on a rail tonight. All right, here we go. Lights are out. Gonna have about 21 to go when they get the green. Let's see if they can keep it green here the rest of the way. It looks like we've got about 10 cars out there on the track, I think. 9 cars left on the track. Eric Steinmetz and Wally Turheimer on pit road.
It's showtime.
Yes, sir. It's everything you brought to the track. It's time to let it all out right now because, man, you can't even lift off that throttle for a second. Somebody will get around you. Pace car in. Hassert and Reynolds on the throttle. Hassert to the lead. Brinson looking to the inside of Reynolds. Can't make it happen. And he may have got passed up there by Ray Kingsbury. Nope, he's going to hold on to it. Almost blew mine out. Blake Reynolds trying to work over Joe Hassert. Hassert trying to hold off Blake Reynolds. He's doing everything he can, every trick in the book trying to hold him off. And man, I'll tell you, Blake Reynolds is really putting the pressure on him. Let's ride along here with Blake for a minute. You see them two just about running the same identical lines, except for exit. And I think that's where Hassert's getting Blake Reynolds is on the exit of the turns. He's got a little bit different exit than Blake does.
And Blake's driving it in extremely deep going into the corners, whereas Joe's kind of taking it easy.
Yep. Now Blake's using that yellow strip there in turn 2 to kind of help him make that turn a little bit. Like you said, make that car a little looser. He's not doing it in 3 and 4, but only in 1 and 2 every now and then. And it may be working for him. Kingsbury into 3rd. Brinson back to 4th. And Travis Browder hanging on to a strong 5th place as Kerry Cleaver's a long ways back. 4.3 seconds behind the leader right now. Well, right now, the guy that's led the most laps, Ray Kingsbury, is in 3rd spot. He's led 37 laps so far in the night. The leader, Joe Hassert, has led 33. And Blake Reynolds has led 31. So they've all been pretty tight right there. And, it's going to be who can complete the rest of these laps here to see who can get it for the most laps led tonight. Blake Reynolds way out, man, as he takes a hard swing out on that turn. Oh, and they get together. Ray Kingsbury taking out Blake Reynolds. Let's see what happened here. Dang, that looked pretty rough. Trying to find the camera. How come I can never find that camera?
Oh, I don't.
Going into the turn.
I'll let you go ahead and play.
And let's see, coming out of the turn, he's right up against, close to the wall here. Ray Kingsbury coming up on him, dives it to the bottom, and just comes right out into, I should say. Well, but in respect to that, Blake did cut it right to the bottom to try to protect that position, and Ray was actually holding his line. I mean, he was holding his line. I'm gonna ride along here with Ray Kingsbury for a minute, because if you watch it, Blake kind of really cuts down hard in that turn, and Ray sees him coming, and too late. I mean, he just had like no time to react right there, and both of them going to get damage. Blake's going to go out against that wall, so that's going to ruin Blake's chance for a victory here tonight, I'm sure, unless he's got a reset. But he's going to have to come from way back in the field, I believe. Is they're all on pit road right now? Yes, sir. All of them. Let's see if he had a reset. I don't see a reset.
Nor do I.
Tough break for Blake. Again, Joe Hassert, I believe, will be our leader. Well, I said I would talk to Joe. I don't want to jinx him, but let's get Joe up here and talk to him. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
All right, let me see. Joe Hassert, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, Joe, you've been the fastest guy out there in the latter part of this race. Everybody chasing you down. Can you hold off the hard charge of Ray Kingsbury, Scott Brinson, and Travis Browder right behind you?
I hope so. I actually hope that we get a caution right away, because the whole field having tires, I'm kind of worried now.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you. But, you do have a little bit of an advantage if you can get that jump on the field and stay out in that clean air. Because we've been, hearing some of the guys talking about it, that the car, even on older tires, is really good out in that clean air. It doesn't have that aero push. So it could be to your advantage, track position being really important here with only 10 to go.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to maybe play some games on the restart here. I'm kind of worried about Ray being behind me, because he's taken out 2 or 3 guys tonight with some silly moves. So hopefully I can make it out of here unscathed and steal a win. I've never won at Milwaukee before, so it'd be a nice win for me.
Well, good luck out there, Joe, and we'll watch and see if you can do this, man. This will be awesome.
Thanks, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right, just a handful of laps to go. 9 to go.
This ought to be pretty exciting right here, Rudy.
Well, I think that's what Joe's going to have to do. He's going to have to get a good jump on the start, but he's got to be very careful not to spin them tires. So he's going to have to take it kind of easy He's holding them back here. Oh, look at
And
everybody
left and
spinning. Oh, my. And no caution because it was all happening behind the leaders. Oh, now the caution comes out. Wow, that was really... Let's go see exactly what happened on that restart. Oh, my. Everybody was all out of shape on that one. I mean, it wasn't just like one person. It was like everybody. Okay, we're seeing here Scott Brinson. Oh, right there, the 03. Who was that? Kerry.
That would be Craig Hawkins.
Craig Hawkins. He actually caught the back of... Oh, my. Okay, he caught the back of Kerry, but Scott Brinson actually smoked the tires. Right here, he punched it. And when he did, it just went sideways on him, and he got right into the side of Craig Hawkins. So that took all three of them out right there. Scott Brinson smoking the tires. Tough break for these guys. Well, you know what? It's coming to fruition here. Just exactly what Joe Hassert was saying. He was hoping another caution would come out. It did. It may have saved him, and
Yes,
it
sir.
may have got him the win.
Yeah, so I will be right back. I got to go handle some admin wise right quick.
10-4. Well, we're only going to have a handful of drivers left in this now. Just a handful of drivers. Joe Hassert in the lead here, looking to capture his first win at Milwaukee ever, he said. Well, let's see if he can do it. A couple of guys on pit road. A lot of damage on a lot of cars there as Scott Brinson smoked the tires on that start and took out Craig Hawkins. After Craig got into the back of Kerry Cleaver, Kerry seems to be okay. He's at least back out on the track. Oh, he's back on pit road again. Okay, so he's on pit road one more time, and he's going to get back off of pit road, though, and he's going to have a decent finish out of this. At least a top 5 finish for Kerry. And Browder's going to slip in there, and he's going to steal third for a podium finish. Awesome. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what happened to Joe Hassert? Uh-oh, what happened to Joe? Okay. That was weird. That was totally weird. Joe just like, he's gone. He's gone from the race, guys. He's just disappeared. He stopped in the middle of the track, and that was it. Well, I don't know if we're going to get back. Looks like we are going to get back to green because there's going to be 3 guys left in this race. Browder going to be starting on the outside of Ray Kingsbury. Only 3 cars left in this race, folks. Are you kidding me? Three cars. Well, hopefully we don't see any tire smoke on this one. We're going to see a good race here to the finish.
All right, Rudy, I'm back.
Okay. All right, here we go. Only 3 cars. What a race. Pace car in. And green is out. Boy, Travis Browder really giving Ray a tough time here. And Ray spins it. Oh, that's going to bring out a caution. Are you kidding me? Ray, oh, Travis Browder's going to come on to win this. Oh, no. What happened to Ray? He just smoked it going into the turns. Oh my word, tough break for Ray, but man, a great win for Travis Browder. He is going to be stoked. We won't even be able to talk to him. He's going to be going, hoo-hoo, so loud.
I know it. And it's terrible. It looked like Ray's left front damage from where Joe just stopped on the track and gave him that damage, and he had no downforce. But I'm glad to see Travis win. It couldn't go to a better kid. He's had a great role the past couple months, and it's good to see him doing well.
Well, Tyler, I'm going to let you talk to Travis. How's that?
Sounds good to me. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, let's wait till it's actually official, because we've seen that change. Ask Scott Brinson, he'll tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on with Ray? Is he trying to... I guess he's trying to limp it around here.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, he's catching up to him now, but he's going to wind up finishing third. Who would have thunk it that Travis Browder and then Kerry Cleaver coming home second? Oh my word!
This is what racing's all about. You get your underdogs that no matter how the race goes, you get your underdogs that are going to win the race no matter what top guys are in the league.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. Yeah.
And he never got into the back of him or nothing. He just spun. Actually spun really pretty close to Travis right there, but Travis never got into him that I could see.
I agree 100%. It's just that damage that Ray had from that contact where Joe Hassert just stopped on the track under pace, and that'll mess up these cars completely with the nose messed up.
All right, well, congrats to Travis Browder as he crosses the line here at Milwaukee, and will come home our winner tonight. Congrats to Travis, man. I'll tell you, a well-deserved win. I'll drag him up here, and you can talk to him, Tyler.
Yes, sir.
I burn out.
Travis
Oh,
Browder,
my
you got a copy,
God.
brother?
Yes, sir.
Man, great race. Congratulations on your win. How do you feel, man?
This feels amazing. This is my first win in this league in IndyCar. This is amazing, man. I feel emotionals coming out, man. This feels amazing, man. I am so happy, man. This feels good.
I hear you, dude. You ran a beautiful race the whole time, and like I said, you've had a great couple weeks. Me and Rudy talked about it a little bit earlier. You've had a great couple weeks or a couple months here in iRacing and leagues, and just how's it feel to be in victory lane, man? Just tell us that.
It really feels great. It's been a long time. I've been in victory lane in these type of cars, but this is my first win in this league. It takes time to get used to these cars. I've learned a lot with these cars. I had a blast tonight. Oh man, it's great.
All right, yeah. What was your strategy to get the win tonight or get to the end?
But we stayed out a couple times. We pitted a couple times, depending how the leaders pitted. It just depends on who pits and who stays out. And on the last pit stop, I took 4 tires and no gas, and you can go faster with that. And that was my strategy, and it was a good move.
It certainly looks that way. You got anybody you want to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank Scott Brinson for putting this on for this league. Thank you, Rudy Cummins, for putting the broadcast on tonight. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
All right, thank you, man. Great race. Congratulations on your win. Go celebrate. Do some donuts.
Thank you so much, Tyler. Thank you.
All right, Kerry Cleaver, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you took second by default there, brother. You kept the car clean enough to make it to the end, second place. Did you even think, like 50 laps ago, you had a second-place car?
No, I thought maybe if I got in the right position, I could get top 5 out of it. I could run in the top 10 most of the night. I could run with them guys. I did make a little mistake coming off pit road once and scraped my wing up a little bit, but I never used my reset, so it worked out for me.
Well, second place, man, I'll tell you, that's nothing to sneeze at. And the best part is you beat Ray Kingsbury.
Yes, you know it. You know it.
I'm kidding. No, great race out there tonight, Kerry. You did keep the car pretty clean. We were watching you, and a lot of good battles back there in the pack. We've seen some 2 and 3 wide a lot of times, and that side-by-side racing, I know how much that can make the guy on the outside or even the guy on the inside push a lot, and there's not a lot of room, and it seems like the guys were catching that yellow strip that rumble strip down on the inside, and it was really what was upsetting the cars a lot. We've seen that happen a lot. But great race tonight, Kerry. Anybody you want to shout out to or thank?
Yeah, I want to shout out to my girlfriend who helps me out quite a bit on this. She's the one that sponsors my league, and Scott definitely for putting this on. I know he had a rough night, but I was a lot of luck involved tonight because I was just in the right place at the right time, just about on every one of them wrecks. I come close to a couple of them, but that's racing, and it was my night. What can I say?
Well, there you have it, and great job out there tonight, Kerry. Congrats on second place, and thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah, thanks to you, Rudy, for putting this on, and thanks to Tyler and James for adminning. I know that's a big job and a big responsibility, so hats off to everybody, and appreciate the room.
All right. See you tomorrow night, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Ray Kingsbury, you got a copy?
Yep, I'm here, Rudy.
Tell me what happened on that restart, or after that restart. What happened there, brother?
Which one? The one where I crashed into the wall, or?
Yeah, well, the one that, you didn't win the race with.
Yeah, under caution, Joe got black flagged, and I guess he was a little upset about that, and he stopped in the track and hit me. And I don't want to pass dispersions here, but his car was pointed towards my car, and it hit mine. So, yeah, that screwed the front left up, and tried to get it down pit lane, but the pit lane was closed, so I said to Kerry, just watch out in turn one, and hopefully it's okay, but I had a feeling I was only going to make it out of there in third anyways. So I was just trying not to wreck those guys, but of course it went around real quick, and yeah, oh well. Some people were being a little immature, and cost the rest of us a good night.
You still come out of it, you led the most laps here tonight, beating Joe by 1 lap. He led 41 and you led 42. You finished third. Still, all in all, a pretty good points night. I mean, you really can't complain about that. You did finish the race and come out of it pretty good, beating a lot of guys. I don't know how that's going to shake out in the points because a lot of guys got wrecked out, but a lot of cautions here tonight. I was going to look and see. We had 17 cautions tonight, a lot of pacing out there. I know the tires were really, pretty. The aero push. Let me talk about the aero push a lot because it really seemed to affect the car a lot out there. And the guys that were out front, which you got quite a bit of time out front. You got to feel what it was like and feel that once you're out front in that clean air, it really made a difference on the car. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was a big difference. I noticed when I got back in traffic, I had a hard time and dropped like 6 spots just because I wasn't used to it. But yeah, unfortunate that we didn't end up winning it because I thought we had a car to win it. But hey, we put ourselves in a position to do good, and we did okay in the end. So could have been worse. And
yeah, top 3. I mean, man, you can't complain about that after all that happened tonight. You come out of it top 3. That's great. So anybody you want to thank tonight? Anybody you want to thank tonight, Ray?
I mean, I thought the admins did a good job. I didn't see that last call. I don't know what happened. I was just keeping pace with the pace car. I don't know what was going on my inside, but I'm guessing they made a call regarding that start. So I don't know what for sure was the call, but, they were on top of it, and hopefully it was the right call. I'd hate to see someone get, black flag for no reason, but the only reason I could see Joe getting mad. But, yeah, Rudy, I'm sure you did a good job up here, too, and I think the admins always do a good job. At least I and James are, watching the races, and they're not infallible. I'm sure they made, mistakes in their lives. So
there you
maybe
go.
This was one. I don't know.
All right. Well, congrats on third, Ray, and thanks for talking with us. We're going to run down through the final results here and get the heck out of here. Travis Browder coming home the winner here tonight. Kerry Cleaver second, Ray Kingsbury third, Joe Hassert will come home fourth, Craig Hawkins fifth, Scott Brunson 6th, Blake Reynolds 7th, Paul Crumry 8th, Dean Viney 9th, and Eric Steinmetz 10th. Wally Turheimer coming home 11th, Scott Sanderson 12th, Matt Kingsbury 13th, Tony Hellemanen in 14th, Chris Voiles 15th, Mark Robertson 16th, Paul Cohen 17th. I believe that was it because Tyler and James did not compete. Okay, well, that'll do it. All right, well, thanks, folks, and we will see you tomorrow night for Yeah, Maximum Velocity at Daytona. You're going to want to tune in for that. We should be, hopefully, if YouTube don't mess us up again tonight, we'll be up on the live iRacing portal. But thank you, YouTube. Appreciate that for ruining our night here on the portal. But we will see you tomorrow night, folks. Until then, stay safe and have a good night.